In this lecture, I am going to create update profile API endpoint in Node.js. So let's open our profile.out.js file to add a new route for our update profile functionalities. Route method will be put and URL will be our base URL slash profile slash update hyphen profile. And to update his profile, an user need to provide API token through authorization header. That's why I am adding auth middleware to protect this endpoint. And this will execute profile controllers update underscore profile method. Now let's open our profile.controller.js file and then let's export a method called update underscore profile. Let's get request and response as a parameter to this method. And now let's open our user model and then let's add two new fields inside our user model. One is for profile image and the type of this field will be string and default value will be blank. And then let's add another field and this time this will be proportion and the type of this field will also be string and default value will be blank. If you want, you can add more field inside your user model as per your project requirement, and I will allow the user to update his first name, last name, profile image and proportion fields, and this first name and last name field will be mandatory and this profile image and proportion fields will be optional. You can allow the user to update his email also as per your project requirement. Now let's open our profile.controller.js file and then let's add validation rules for our first name and last name fields. We already added this inside our auth controllers register method during registration. So let's copy this code from here and paste it inside our profile controllers update underscore profile method. And then let's remove these validation rules from here. So our first name field will be required and min of 2 characters and max of 100 characters, and our last name field will be required and min of 2 characters and max of 100 characters. And we are adding these validation rules with the help of node input validator package, and this package already installed in our project. You can see node input validator package documentation for validations, or you can follow this series. And instead of passing the rules directly here, I'll store these rules to a new variable called rules, and then I'll store the rules here, and then I'll provide this rules variable inside this validator second parameter. And then what I'll do, I'll check if request file, that means user is uploading files, and if user is updating his profile image, then what I'll do, I will add validation rules for this profile image field to this rules object. So let's add new key inside this rules object, and this time this will be profile underscore image, and then the rules will be required and the profile image should be MIME type of JPG, JPEG or PNG format. Okay, and then inside this if block I'll provide the profile image to our request body object. So let's modify our request body object and I'll provide a new key inside this request body object, because we'll get the file from this request files object, because we already added a file upload package to our Express app. You see, we install this package Express file upload and we use this file upload to our Express app. That's why we can get files from this request files object. Then I'll provide the profile image to our request body object, and this will be our profile image file. Let's provide the file here, because we need to provide the file to our validator. That's why we are providing the file to this request body profile image key, and we are providing this request body to our validator method. And if validation fails, then we'll return a JSON response with validation error messages with status code 422, and I will put all of this code to a try catch block for error handling. So let's open a try catch block here, and then let's get the error here, and if any error occurs, then from this catch block I will return a JSON response with the error data. And now I will cut all of this code from here and I will paste this inside this try block. And if validation passes, then what I will do, I will check if user is updating his profile image, then I will upload the profile image, and I will upload the profile image to our public folders, and then insert uploads, and then I will create a new folder, and this time the folder name will be, okay, we need to create a new folder here. So let's create a new folder and the folder name will be profile images. Okay, and we already uploaded image inside our block controllers update method. So let's find the update method of our block controllers, and then let's copy this code from here and use it inside our update underscore profile method. So I will check if request files and request files profile image, that means user is updating his profile image. Then I'll store the file to a new variable called image file, and this will be request file profile image, and then we'll generate the image file name, and this will be our current timestamp hyphen profile hyphen image, and then the original file name of the image. And then we are generating the image path with the help of public path global variable. If I open our index.js, you see we already created a global variable public path, and which is our public path, and we are generating the so where is our profile controller? Here is our profile controller, and we are generating the path with the help of public path global variable slash upload slash, this will be profile images. This is the path of our profile images folder, and then we need to provide the image file name here. And after generating the image path, we can upload the image with the help of this image file dot mv method, and inside this mv method we need to provide the path, and this will return as a promise. So we need to use await here. And another thing I want to tell you that we need to use async before this method, because we are using await inside this method, otherwise this await will not work, this will throw an error. Okay, so this will upload the image to our public folders uploads, and then under profile underscore images folder. And then what I will do, after uploading the new image, I will check if user has old image. So how I will check user has old image? So we can get currently authenticated user data from request user key. So I will store currently authenticated user data to a new variable called current underscore user, and we can get that with the help of request user key, because our update profile endpoint is protected, right? So an user need to provide API token through authorization header, then only we can get currently authenticated user data from this request user key. And then I will check if current user dot profile image, right, and this profile image is not blank, that means user has previously uploaded profile image. Then what I will do, I'll store the old path to a new variable old underscore path, and this will be our public path slash upload slash profile underscore images, and then this will be our profile image. So instead of block.image, I will provide current underscore user dot profile underscore image. If you remember, we created a new field inside our user model, and the field name is profile underscore image, and we will store the image name to this profile underscore image field. That's why we are checking user has this profile image, and this profile image is not blank, that means user already has an uploaded image. That's why we are checking this in a if block. And if user has already uploaded image, then we are storing the old path to a new variable old underscore path, and we are generating the path with the help of our public path global variable slash upload slash profile underscore images slash the image name, and which will get from this current underscore user variable where we already stored currently authenticated user data. And then we will check if the path exists with the help of fs library existing method. So we are using fs library here, so we need to include fs library inside our profile.controller.js file. So let's copy the fs library from our blog.controller.js file. So let's copy this line and paste it inside our profile.controller.js file so that we can use fs library inside our profile controller. And we are checking if this path exists, then we are removing the path with the help of fs library dot unlink sync method. Okay, and if user is not updating his profile image, then we are storing the old image file name, and which will get from this current underscore user dot profile underscore image. And then what I will do, I will update user data. So we can update user data with the help of user model update one method, right? We already included user model inside our profile.controller.js file. You see, we already imported user model here so that we can use user model inside our profile controller. And I will update user data with the help of user model update one method, and inside this update one method we need to provide the condition in the first parameter inside an object, and this will be our current user dot underscore id, and in the second parameter we need to provide the value, whatever the value we want to update for the user. So we are going to update user's first name, so let's provide first name, and we'll get that from request body object, because you don't need to provide first name during updating his profile. Also user need to provide last name, so let's provide last name, and we'll get that from request body object. So let's provide last name here, and then we'll store profile image, and we already stored the image name to a new variable image underscore file underscore name. So I'll provide this image name here, and then I'll update users profession field. So I will check if user is providing profession field, then we'll provide the profession value, and if user is not providing this profession value, then this will be blank. Okay, and this will return as a promise, so I will use await here, and after updating user's profile, what I will do, I will return a JSON response with message profile successfully updated. So the message will be profile successfully updated, and this data will be blank for now, and the status code will be 200. And after updating profile image, I'll generate the token again, because we updated user data, right? So we need to generate new token with the help of JWT library, and we already did this inside our change underscore password method during changing the password. So we can take the code from here, so let's copy the code from here and paste it here. So we are getting the updated user data with the help of user model find one method, and we are providing the condition underscore id is equal to current user dot underscore id, and we are generating the token with the help of JWT sign method, and inside this JWT sign method we need to provide the user data here, and we need to provide the JWT secret, and we are getting the secret from .env file. If any JWT under secret variable present inside our .env file, then this will get the data from this .env file, or the default secret will be my secret. Okay, and after generating the token, we are returning a JSON response with message, and this time the message will be profile successfully updated, and data will be user data, and this token will be newly created token. So that's it for our update profile endpoint. Now it's time to test our update profile endpoint from Postman. So let's go to Postman and then let's open a new tab and then let's provide the request URL, which will be our base URL /profile /update-profile, and this route method will be put. And if I execute this endpoint without providing any API token, you see we are getting a JSON response with message please login to continue, because you need to provide API token through authorization header, and we can generate API token with the help of login API. So let's generate an API token for this user and copy the token from here and paste it in the authorization value for our update profile endpoint. If I execute this endpoint, you see we are getting first name and last name field mandatory message, because we need to provide first name field and last name field for the user, because these two fields are required. Now let's provide updated name and then let's provide updated last name. Okay, and try to execute this endpoint. You see we are getting JSON response with message profile successfully updated, and we are getting updated user data. You see first name and last name field already updated. Now let's provide profile image. Are we getting the profile image here also? And the type of this field will be file, and let's provide profile image here. Let's get an image. Let's provide this image from here, and also let's provide the profession field. Web developer, and execute this endpoint. You see now we are getting the profession also, and we are getting the profile image. So our update profile successfully completed. In the next lecture I am going to load user profile image URL for all the user data where we are loading the user data. So stay connected.